America has spent over $500 million on pumpkin spice flavored products, and that's just in a single year. But what each company spends on pumpkin spice products, the company earns twice as much.
It's not a liquid!
And it's all because we keep buying pumpkin spice. But we've never stopped and asked ourselves just why we do. In this video, we'll be spilling the spicy truth of how the food industry has hypnotized you into loving everything pumpkin spice. What is pumpkin spice? Pumpkin spice is a simple combination of 4 spices that have been toasted and ground up. And these spices include cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves. Due to the scarcity of spices in the 17th century, this spice blend was enough to buy you a small farmhouse. This spice trader's dream wouldn't last forever though, as the value of pumpkin spice slowly plummeted once spices became more common everywhere. Even on the common man's dining table, the spice was commonly used as a topping for pumpkin pie during the fall season, where pumpkins were sprouting faster than Japan's newborns. It started looking like pumpkin spice was a one-trick spice mix, until Starbucks. In 2003, Starbucks shocked the autumn lovers when they decided to put pumpkin spice on a drink. Meet the Pumpkin Spice Latte, PSL, a cozy coffee drink featuring all the warmth of pumpkin spice flavors. Starbucks Pumpkin Spice Latte was a smash hit early on, earning a large following upon its release. But even though there was such a positive response from the customers, Starbucks was firm on the fact that this was a seasonal drink, to be brought back only during autumn of every year. Although it might seem harmless at first, this would actually be the first step in getting you to spend more of your money in a strategy called seasonal marketing. Seasonal marketing. Seasonal marketing is a marketing strategy that focuses on promoting products, services, or campaigns during specific times of the year, typically in conjunction with seasons, holidays, or events. Christmas has candy canes, Valentine's have heart-shaped chocolate boxes, and autumn has pumpkin spice. Starbucks utilizes seasonal marketing to the maximum by only reintroducing the pumpkin spice lattes only during the autumn season, standing by this decision for years to come. This long-term marketing strategy helps build anticipation for the coming pumpkin spice latte season, and most other pumpkin spice products have followed suit since then. Online, you'd often see people posting countdowns and marketing ploys that all work for the anticipation of the product that everyone has been waiting for ever since the product was removed from shelves a year prior. Since pumpkin spice products are often put on shelves and menus just as autumn rolls around the corner, our brains have been hardwired to associate anything pumpkin spice with the fall season. Admit it, every time you get a hint of pumpkin spice, you're immediately transported to those autumn memories that you hold dear. But we aren't born with pumpkin spice in our heads, and we aren't guaranteed to have a pumpkin spice addiction. First, companies have to convince us to start the tradition in the first place. Thankfully, these companies already have a way of doing just that. Fall FOMO. If companies can't convince you to throw your cash at the pumpkin spice craze, then your friends can. That's because eating pumpkin spice treats have evolved from a marketing scheme to a social phenomenon. Social media influencers often post pictures and updates about their pumpkin spice flavored purchases, homemade creations, or visits to coffee shops serving pumpkin spice drinks. All this sharing online and community building for pumpkin spice harbors this feeling of FOMO in consumers. FOMO, or the fear of missing out, is a powerful motivator that pushes pumpkin spice newbies to give the drink a try, lest they miss out on all the inside jokes and interactions the online world has. Getting shocked looks when you say you haven't tried pumpkin spice before isn't a rare occurrence, and it just adds to the feeling of being an outsider. This is what draws customers in most of the time, and oftentimes it's what keeps customers coming back. Eating pumpkin spice has become sort of a social ritual for groups of friends or coworkers. Pumpkin spice has become a cultural phenomenon that people can bond over, such as going to a cafe for a pumpkin spice latte or baking pumpkin spice treats for gatherings. In all these instances, you're shelling out your hard-earned cash, and let's face it, you'll be doing it again next autumn. But thanks to their seasonal marketing, companies have found another way to sell you on pumpkin spice even outside of autumn: nostalgia bait. Starbucks did an amazing job of reinforcing the association between autumn and pumpkin spice flavors, but they're not the only products in contention. While of course bigger brands make use of anticipation and FOMO aspects of seasonal marketing, there are some outliers that rely on your nostalgia. Nostalgia is a complex and often powerful emotional experience characterized by a sentimental longing or affection for the past. It's the feeling you get when you hold a Game Boy for the first time, and it's often triggered when a moment is related to an object. In this case, food companies have done such a good job at associating the fall season with pumpkin spice that eating pumpkin spice will transport your mind and heart back to the feelings you had in the fall.
I can't believe.
This is quite the effective tactic because it allows other food brands to sell you pumpkin spice products even outside of the fall season, promising to give you the same feeling of warmth that you had during an autumn memory. And now that we've discussed how companies convince you to buy their pumpkin spice products, it's time to talk about what to buy: pumpkin spice products. Pumpkin spice products range from a delicious staple to an adventurous novelty that people buy for the sake of collecting. Some of these successful products in the pumpkin spice line include the mother of the pumpkin spice trend, Starbucks Pumpkin Spice Latte. This pumpkin spiced drink is often the first thing you buy if you want to dip your toes into the pumpkin spice craze. Another pumpkin spice product with high praise is the recently released Special K Pumpkin Spice Breakfast Cereal. And not every pumpkin spice product has to be edible. Sometimes you just need the scent of pumpkin spice to evoke a wave of nostalgia.
Oh, no, you don't. No, you can't go in there. No, stay out of there. That's my special area. No!
And for that, some companies have tried selling linen sprays and scented candles that smell just like pumpkin spice. But then there are the weird outliers, products you would throw cash at for the sake of novelty. And for that, we have Spam. That's right, Spam also stepped in and marketed their limited edition pumpkin spice Spam products, a product that was bought more than it was eaten. Pumpkin spice has grown to be more than just a flavor. In fact, it's now more a marketing technique than it is a tasty treat. But no matter what you may view pumpkin spice as, it really is the perfect pairing for those autumn days. But underneath all this warmth and fuzziness that pumpkin spice gives you, there is still one underlying factor that we need to tackle: sugar high. Pumpkin spice is warm and spicy, but that isn't the reason why it's delicious. The main reason we keep coming back to pumpkin spice is because of all the sugar lumped into it. For reference, a grande order of the original pumpkin spice latte is 50 grams of sugar with 32 grams of added sugars from the milk. To put it into perspective, drinking a grande pumpkin spice latte knocks our 50-gram daily allowed added sugars out of the ballpark. As delicious and sugary as these pumpkin spice lattes are, they're still a drink with unhealthy sugar levels. And we all know that too much of a good thing is too much. So the next time you go looking for your pumpkin spice treat, maybe check if this is your sugar addiction talking.